Hello,
Hi,
hello, Saxion University.
it's very nice to meet you, and thank you that you've been here. We are a little bit early than we mentioned before, but it's very nice to have you here. Timo, the board member of Saxion, also has spoken something about the Mooc. It's very early with you. I think it's now 5 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Actually, 7 a.m. I'm not in my home city normally of Seattle, Washington. I am along the beaches of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, to get some warmth during this COVID lockdown period.
Ah,
Okay,
that sounds very good.
yes. Welcome to this launch of the Bitcoin Mooc. Can you tell something about why you want to do this Mooc and why you choose for Saxion?
Certainly, and we thank you so much for working with us on this MOOC. We think it's going to be a significant contribution to education about Bitcoin around the world. To answer that question, I just wanted to take a few moments to explain to your audience what happened with Bitcoin, why Bitcoin SV emerged, and why programs like this with your university are critical to understanding Bitcoin. Bitcoin was born to be, as it says in the famed Satoshi white paper, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It was designed to create a more efficient way to send internet commerce payments than the system we have today, which uses many intermediaries like payment processors, credit card companies, which add all layers of cost. And Bitcoin, in its white paper, describes the need to create more efficient systems, including for small casual transactions. I should be able to send you electronic cash instantly, cheaply from here where I am today in Mexico to you in the Netherlands, very fast and for very low fees. Unfortunately, Bitcoin's history has not allowed it to grow into that vision, which we call Satoshi vision. And today you're seeing a lot of attention in the media about Bitcoin because its price rise under the ticker symbol BTC has rapidly grown, right? It's about 30 to 40,000 US dollars now per coin. And it's being treated as a reserve asset, a digital gold. That's because the protocol developers that took control of Bitcoin earlier in its history limited the throughput capacity, the amount of transactions that you could send across the network, and it's slower and more expensive. So there's been different competing visions for Bitcoin and understanding what it's meant to be. Our view of it is that it's not peer-to-peer digital gold. That's not what the original Bitcoin white paper describes. And we've been trying to re-educate the world about Bitcoin's proper vision to be peer-to-peer electronic cash that we could send not just $100,000 or 1,000 US dollars. I should be able to send you to the Netherlands right now 1 US penny. And you can do that if you scale Bitcoin correctly. So instead of keeping the size of transaction capacity very small, we believe in a world of Bitcoin that scales really big, just like the internet scaled big to handle huge amounts of data. Email scaled big to handle far too many emails than we care to live with in our daily lives. We think Bitcoin should scale to handle as many transactions as the world wants to send, not just of payments, but also of data. And this is why it's interesting to work with universities like yours, because we believe that Bitcoin is also a data protocol, just like internet protocol. And it can become the most powerful distributed data network in the world if it were allowed to scale very, very big to handle smart contracts, tokens, Internet of Things, device communications, and all kinds of amazing data applications that students, entrepreneurs, and developers, as well as big businesses, can build. That's what we believe Bitcoin was meant to be. And it's important to re-educate the world away from what people thought Bitcoin was. It's not meant to be a source for criminal activity. It's not meant to be a digital gold reserve asset that big public companies just buy, as they're doing now, and holding, but not to use. So we want a world where Bitcoin is used in daily life as the global public blockchain, just like we have a single global public internet and stable protocol system. That's our vision of Bitcoin. We think that's what it was born to be. And we're working with partners around the world to create programs to educate people about this vision of Bitcoin. It's what we're achieving with Bitcoin SV. It's one of the main competing chains of Bitcoin that is designed to fulfill this original vision to scale massively. In fact, compared to the BTC network, which right now is only doing 7 transactions a second, which is nowhere near the speed you need to challenge Visa and MasterCard, which do up to 50 to 60,000 transactions a second. Our network is now proving on our scaling test that we can do 9,000 transactions per second, and later this year hit 50,000 transactions a second, and go even bigger, we believe, to millions of transactions a second, so that Bitcoin can be both the world's most efficient payment system, but also a way to have a data network that fuses data, bit, with money, coin, monetized data, to make amazing interactions that can happen. And so there are many companies in our world that are building everything from esports, healthcare data, clinical research data, integrity applications, supply chain management, social media, and entertainment applications on our platform of Bitcoin. So we chose working with Saxion University because of its strength in applied sciences and technology, and also its strength in providing education that is practical. We want Bitcoin to be used, right? We don't want it to just be an asset wealthy investors buy and hold and just get rich on. For it to be used, we need to teach people how to use it, how to build powerful applications for consumers and enterprises. And so when we were presented the opportunity by one of our ambassadors, I have global ambassadors of our association around the world, including in the Netherlands, who contacted us with Dr. Jan Veuger at your university, who's become a big believer in this vision of Bitcoin. We really jumped at the chance. We also wanted to deliver more online education. It worked out great because of the COVID pandemic. Most people are staying home or in isolated places. Online education is, of course, attractive to people interested in a technology like Bitcoin. We also believed in providing education for free as much as possible, so as many people across the world can learn. And that's why we were proud to support and sponsor this effort with your university. And we know you have tremendous experience successfully delivering massive open online courses. So I know for my team, it's been a pleasure working with your team. We want to do another one already. We're already in talks to develop another Mooc. And all I can say is we want to thank you very much from our hearts at the Bitcoin Association for helping us deliver education about Bitcoin's most powerful vision to the world.
Thank you very much for the nice words, Jimmy. And now we're at the point that we launch the first Mooc. We do it at a way for a short introduction of the first Mooc. And if it's going well, or Rens, we can play the short video of the launch. Yeah, there he goes.
Bitcoin is meant to be a network that connects the world. And I'm here today to talk to you about how Bitcoin, in the form of Bitcoin SV, finally is scaling massively to be the world data ledger that connects data and money in one form. It's the fusion which is so powerful, and the ability to connect the world with one major blockchain. So let's begin. I want to first explain, well, what really is Bitcoin? People think they understand it, but I want you to take a step back and understand that Bitcoin is the fusion of data and money. It's right there in the word, bit, data, plus coin, representing money. The Bitcoin network provides more than just a digital currency and blockchain. That's what a lot of us think about when we hear the word Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also a network protocol, just like the internet protocol. It's the foundational rule set for an entire data network. It provides the rules and the systems that allow users, whether they be individuals or businesses, to send transactions of data that can represent payments, money value, but also other forms of data, tokens, smart contracts, the ability to manage Internet of Things devices that combine it with the monetary value of the Bitcoin token. So it's very powerful when you understand it is a protocol to create a worldwide data network, more than just a digital asset.
Thank you, Jimmy and Timo, for launching the first blockchain the Bitcoin SV Mooc. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. I
Yep.
think it's a real compelling vision that you have with your blockchain SV, and we're proud to be a partner for you in sharing this knowledge with the world. So nice meeting you, and hopefully in the future we'll meet again with the launch of
I would
another.
love to meet you in person, and I'll be waiting for my university campus tour someday.
Yeah, well, we have a virtual one now, but you're welcome when you're in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.